Hey, Richard Beach here from SonicState.com. I'm with Phil from Matchless Amplifiers at the Matchless booth, and Phil's going to talk us through some new products at Matchless. So where do we start?
Well, right now we've got the new Avalon. It's an Avalon 30. It's a redesign of something I did about 2 or 3 years ago, and it turned out to be a completely successful amp. We built about 300 of them. And then now what I've done is I've scaled it down to be a little bit smaller than the previous one. I'm using the lay-down transformers instead of the stand-up, and I was able to scale down the width of the chassis and just kind of dedicate the entire platform more towards the Avalon because it was just so successful. The last one, I had it in a platform where you could use either EL34s or EL84s, so it kind of made the chassis much bigger. We had such a demand for the EL84 with the reverb that I just went ahead and dedicated a single chassis to that alone. So I scaled it down to the size of our original SC30 and our ESS cabs, so it's much more proportional to what people are more used to. Yeah.
Can we hear it in action?
Yes, absolutely. Right now it's kind of set on a cleaner mode. And it's on 15 watts right now for the show, but normally it's a 30-watt amp. Dynamic responsive amp, it's EL84s. It's got a top boost style circuit with the bass and the treble control. It's a fantastic amp for anything from jazz to country to rock. It can get a little bit gainy when you really push it. We've got some really great metal players, guys like Gilby Clarke have several of these things. Tons of different jazz guys, play them. They really cross over into a lot of different, territories with absolutely no changes in the circuit design at all.
So running on 15 watts now, how hard do you push it before it begins to break up?
You can really push it hard. You kind of get up right around the 2, 3 o'clock position, and that's when it kind of starts to get a little bit in the gainy territory, where it's more of that sort of country crash and burn thing, the kind of Albert Lee, picking thing, the chord melody stuff. And then once you really start to bury it, full up, it will give you a really great, clean rock sound, where you can really hear every single note, everything rings right through. It's really nice. You get a great crunch distortion without losing any of the clarity or anything. And then you can just use the volume knob on the guitar and play real nice and clean.
So how many of these are you making?
I haven't even launched these yet. Right now, this is the first prototype.
Okay.
And so as the prototype, everything is backwards. On the production models, the on-off switches, standby switches, they're going to be on the right-hand side and everything on the left. The reverb foot switch will go on to the front of the amp, so it'll be a little bit easier to get to. You can run your cables. You won't have to go around to the back like last year's Avalons were.
Great. And when do you think the updated version will be available?
They should be ready right around late February, early March.
And do you know what the MSRP is going to be for that yet?
I don't. We're expecting them to be around $2,300, $2,400 retail.
Right, okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing us that. We'll hopefully do another video in a second of everything else here. But for now, thanks for watching, and go to SonicState.com/amp for more guitar videos at NAMM. Thank you.